Hey everybody, last night we studied 1 Corinthians 15:12 through 34, and I just want to give you a quick recap on what we studied last night at the Bible study. Basically, this whole passage that we went through last night talks about the resurrection. Not only the resurrection of Jesus, but the resurrection of his followers, you and me. And what we learned here is that the Corinthian church was confused about resurrection. They believed in the resurrection of Jesus, but had a hard time reconciling that they themselves would be resurrected one day with Jesus. And so Paul here, in verses 12 through 19, has a discussion basically with the Corinthians talking about the resurrection. What did it mean for our faith if the resurrection wasn't true, and what it would mean if it is true. And so there's 8 different things that Paul lists out in this list about what would happen if the resurrection wasn't true, among which are that our faith would be futile, that there's no hope for those who have died already in Christ, and that everything we do is in vain. Bummer story. But the good news is that the resurrection is true. And in verse 20, Paul goes on to say that, but in fact Christ did raise from the dead, which then leads into a beautiful description of the life that we have in Jesus. Paul says that through one man, Adam, death entered into the world, and through one man, Jesus, life enters the story. And that's through resurrection. It's from the resurrection of Jesus that there's now life for humanity if we believe in him. And so in this resurrection, at this point in time in history, we see that Jesus is going to come to this earth. He's going to pull the dead from the graves. He's going to give the people who died new bodies, new life in him. He's going to bring us in on his entourage. He's going to come in, establish victory, his authority, his rule and reign. He's going to look at the enemies of this world that seem to have power over us, death, pain, injustice. Look at them square in the face and say, you have no power over me. And he's going to rule and reign, giving peace and life for all of mankind. He's going to offer it up to God, the ultimate ruler of our lives, and we're going to reign in victory with him. And so Paul's encouragement to the Corinthian church and to us today is to take hope in that, to not let it be a truth that becomes just dead, but something that really gives us life. The resurrection is all about new life. It's all about what Jesus has done for us and giving us life. And so Paul says, wake up from your drunken sleep. Don't go on sinning. Trust in Jesus. Embrace the resurrection and experience new life in him. And so today I pray you're encouraged in that you grab a hold of that resurrection life that Jesus has for you, both spiritually as you accept him into your life, as you live a life of obedience unto him, and then a hope for the future. Not that moment when we die and go to heaven, but ultimately that moment when we experience resurrection life in his second return for his church, for his people. And that's the life that you can have in him. And I pray you experience that today and hope that you're blessed by that. God bless you.